Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here. This is Throwback Thursday and look what we've got today. This is an absolutely amazing motorcycle. I wanted to get a video of this thing for a very long time. This is a Manx Norton, or Norton Manx, depending on who you talk to. An absolutely beautiful racing machine. They started making these in the this iteration, the 500cc, in the late 40s, about 47 I think, and they ran all the way up to about 53 in this form. There are other modern versions of this, more modern, but this is the original kind of a thing. They were developed for Island of Man TT racing, and they've just got all the goodies. I want to start by saying it's a very light motorcycle, about 140 kilograms or 310 pounds. Very, I was pushing around here to get it in the spot, and it's just like sitting on nothing. It's so light, absolutely light, very 56-inch wheelbase. The amount of turn from stop to stop, look at this, almost none, just very short. Not made for in-town traffic for sure. Definitely made for going very fast. These were supposed to go, depending on the motor you had in them, the early ones were supposed to go about 130, and the later ones like this with the short stroke motor, were supposed to go about 140 miles an hour. And I believe it after, well, anyway, it's an amazing motorcycle. I could not find a torque figure, but I found horsepower figures, and they were anywhere from 47 to 54 horsepower, which is a lot from a 500 single, by the way. So let's start with the engine. Just soak that in for a minute. Isn't that just beautiful? So starting with the engine, it's a single cylinder. I think it's under square. It's just slightly. Has a little more bore than it does stroke. It's got a bevel drive dual overhead cam. So two cams, only has two valves. One intake, one exhaust. But it's got two cams, so a cam for each one. And if you look back here, I hope the lighting is good enough, you can actually see the valve springs. These are the actual valve springs right here that my finger's on right now. There's a one on each side for the valve. And when the motorcycle's running, I'm told you can actually watch the valves running. Look up here, you can see where the cams are. So the bevel drive off the engine runs up here, and then the cam here and a cam over here. Very interesting design. Look at all these cooling fins. It's just like artwork. Listen to that. Just beautiful, beautiful. The block was supposed to be magnesium, I think, the cases, which is unusual in itself. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at this oil line, return line. I could not find what kind of carburetor that is. If anybody knows what that is, please post in the comments. But, you know, the old joke, back then they had clean air because there's no filtration at all. And also, as far as the carburetor goes, I was looking at this. I'm not sure what this is, but it hooks to the carb. You know, maybe it's a fuel filter. It comes out of the tank and into the bottom of the carburetor right here. The bike has a magneto, it looks like. Look at that. The spark plug wires ran through the valve spring there. Isn't that neat? Just wow, wow. It's a dry sump engine, and this is the oil tank right here. It's just a gigantic oil tank, and you access that through this port right here. You know, the seat. Just an amazing looking engine here. This is the drive for the mag. What else? I don't see a Kickstarter, and I know it's not electric, so you had to bump start these or do something else to get them going. The engine, this is the primary drive from the engine to the transmission. This is actually the clutch right here. The transmission right back here is a 4-speed, and I can't really tell you much more about it than that. But if you look over here, from the engine to the outside of the clutch hub into the transmission, and then here's the output shaft that goes to the final drive chain. Just very interesting. Beautiful work to me. That's just absolutely amazing. You know, that's not steel, that's some sort of aluminum alloy or something like that. Everything done for weight. Like I said, 310 pounds. What did I say, that was 140 kilos? Yes, 140 kilos. That's dry weight, by the way. But look at the shifter, these pegs. It's when you sit on it, it's not a comfortable bike. but it's not made to be comfortable. Look at the size of that tank. Just humongous. You know, I don't know how far they had to run in a tank, but I'm sure this thing running full bore just used up all kinds of fuel. I love this. That's the brake lever, and look at this little protector. Keep your foot, you're an inch away from the clutch. Not even that. Just gorgeous. This, to me, this is art. The way this is all done, just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous number plate. These had the, I think, what they called it, feather light or feather bed frame, and what that meant was, it probably meant several things, but as far as I'm understanding it, they didn't have any castings. Everything was welded. See, this is welding tubes. You know, they're, instead of a big cast iron chunk here and a big cast iron chunk down here, everything was done with tubing. So very interesting, lighter, much lighter weight. I'm sure they, well, anyway, beautiful looking thing. Absolutely gorgeous. Rear suspension, these shocks, looks like there's an alternate mounting point right here. You can have them here or here. I always love these cones, these old bikes. You know, it's a drum brake. The actual drum is right there. That's what the fins are for. You know, just look at that adjuster. Just gorgeous. Phenomenally good looking motorcycle in my eye, to my eye. So let's go to the front here. This had the dual leading shoe brake. So instead of just it has a pair of shoes, instead of just a pivot in here where one shoe pushes from this, where they both spread from this point, one shoe will spread up this way from this side and this way from the other side, and that was supposed to be more efficient. These old brakes, I think, they're just things of beauty. Just things of beauty. Again, they're finned. A little bit anyway. Aluminum wheels, it looks like. Front and rear, just a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. I'm really amazed it has fenders on it, to be honest. Maybe that was a requirement or something. As far as instrumentation goes, you know, clutch, brake, tack, and that's about it. I don't really see anything. I don't know how they killed it or shut the engine off or any of that stuff. Just look at this beautiful thing here. Just the tank strap, the dampener. So this is an actual functioning tank strap. A lot of modern bikes have tank straps, but they're not functioning. This one actually is. You undo this here, tank will pop off. The dampener here for steering. I can't really tell you much about that, but anyway, okay, so the front end here, I was just noticing this earlier. Road holder, Norton Motor Ltd, road holder, patent pending. Actual spring, you know, or actual kind of a modern looking shock, you know. Very interesting. I don't know how they shut this off. That's, you know, I never even thought to look at that earlier, but not sure what this is here. Just beautiful, isn't it? Just absolutely beautiful. I love the paint on this one. It's very nice. This is a, it says a Manx, it's a 53, and I think that was the last year they made those. And there's the price tag, by the way, Baxter Cycle. Just an absolutely beautiful thing. Look at those Amal grips. Just a piece of work. What a piece of art. This is the kickstand. You pick the bike off and this slides right off. You know, it's made for racing, so just a phenomenal looking machine. Just soak that in, y'all. I'm going to go back to this point here. I mean, okay, look at this. Just beautiful. Does that say fast or what? Monza cap. You know, the overflow tube. The tack. You know, just look how small that triple tree is. Just a gorgeous thing. Gorgeous in every way. Truly beautiful motorcycle. Truly beautiful motorcycle. Soak that up, y'all. I'm in love. I'm in love. Can we take it for a ride? Can we take it for a ride? No, we can't. I'd like to, but I think it runs, but they aren't going to let me out the door with that thing. Besides, it's not street legal. Okay, y'all. Fuzzy Biker here. Thanks for watching Throwback Thursday. If you got an old bike you want us to feature, let me know. If you're interested in a bike like this or any one of these classic bikes that they've got here, they also sell new Royal Enfields and new Triumphs at Baxter Cycle. Anyway, if you are interested in anything like this, Baxter Cycle, baxtercycle.com. Y'all get out there and ride. Wahoo!